Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Josette, and I want to share a really special healing modality with you all today. I'm going to give you a little introduction to EFT tapping. So it's also known as emotional freedom technique, and you literally tap on meridian points around the body to tap into your nervous system. And basically, overall, what it's known for is releasing anxiety and fear. Now, EFT tapping can be used for all sorts of healing. It's really great for PTSD, also eating disorders. There's so much research on this, and miraculous recoveries. It helps you to redirect your thoughts and change your beliefs. So what EFT tapping does is actually taps into your nervous system through these meridian points or acupuncture points. So you're stimulating these points while you're speaking how you're feeling and how you want to feel. So basically it gives you the opportunity to rewire your hardwired beliefs. Because a lot of us, especially by the age of 35, we have hardwired beliefs in there that are pretty difficult to even be aware of, let alone release or change. However, the good news is that we're totally capable of changing our beliefs and changing our lives because of it. Now, this is a tool that really assists with that. See, I discovered this probably about 5-6 years ago, and it was at a time when I'm an artist, so I was just starting to build my businesses, and I was really struggling with money, especially because I have a lot of student loan debt and things like that. So, and I realized that growing up, I had a lot of beliefs about money and how there was never enough and it was always scarce. So for me, I discovered tapping through searching for ways to work with my money mindset, because I knew that if I could change my beliefs and my mindset about money, that I could ultimately attract more and have more, be more, give more, do more. And that's what money's great for, right? So the first person that introduced me to tapping was Margaret Lynch. And now you can find her on YouTube. She has a ton of videos. She's amazing. She has great high vibe energy. And she has a book called Tapping into Wealth. So I got this book and I went through it myself twice now. And I have seen significant shifts in my life's work. Like, I've seen big shifts in the amount of flow of money that comes to me. And another awesome practitioner that does EFT tapping and has a bunch of videos on YouTube is Gala Darling. Now, she's got a super fun vibe. Her YouTube is actually called High Vibe Honey, so definitely check that out. And she also works a lot with tapping with money. But the cool thing is that tapping can be used for all sorts of stuff, like anything that's going on in your life right now. But the main thing it does is it removes anxiety and fear, and it calms your nervous system. Now, if you work with this over time on specific subjects, it has a lot of power to shift those underlying beliefs that are programmed into your body, into your nervous system. But you can use it simply anytime also, just to relieve your stress in that moment, because it actually calms your nerves. And I think it's such an amazing tool that I've been wanting to share it with you all for a long time. So I'm here to do that. So I hope that that this helps you as well. There's a ton of research around this. Feel free to look it up. Some things that I know that it's really good for as well is PTSD and eating disorders. I know there's a lot of research around that, and a lot of cases of people who had eating disorders who did tapping even in 1 or 2 sessions and completely let go of it and changed their lives. So this is a really powerful tool. I don't feel like enough people know about this because it's so simple and easy to do. You can do it yourself, anywhere, anytime. And you can ultimately guide yourself with it, with however you're feeling, or you can look up a video and let some other people guide you. So I think it's super awesome, and I'm here today to share this with you. And so I'd love to tell you how to do this. So the way that you do tapping is you literally tap on different points of your body. So there's a bunch of tapping points. You can use 2 fingers, 1 finger. You can use both hands. You can use 1 hand. there's a lot of ways you can do this. If you're challenged and you can't lift your hands or your arms up over your head, you can literally just use this one point. Now when we tap, we say things, talk about how we feel now, maybe how we used to feel, how we want to feel. It's basically sort of like a self-guided, like you're moving through these emotions and emotional states and beliefs that you have, and then you can create beliefs that you want to have and emotions that you want to feel, which is a really beautiful thing, because a lot of people do these mantras or they'll journal about things, and you know, that stuff's great. I do that too, but I think that adding this physical way of tapping in directly to your nervous system, the science behind that is big, and it really has an added effect. So I love this. So what you're gonna do to tap is, the first point is here. It's called the karate chop point. So you tap like this, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure. It's like if you were gonna tap someone on the shoulder to say you needed to get by. That's about how hard you gotta tap on it. So we start here. Different people use different tapping points, and like I said, you can just use one the whole time if you wanted to. That's not really important. I'm gonna show you all of the points, and I like to do it with 2 hands, but you know, like I said, you can use 1 hand as well. So this is the first tapping point. The next one is on top of your head. Sometimes people start here. So it's just on the crown of your head. You kind of go back and forth, or you can use 1 hand. And you just kind of tap in this rhythm that's pretty consistent. The next point is here on this brow bone right here. The next point is on the side of your eye. You can feel that bone. So right on the edge of that bone of your eye socket right here. The next point is still on that bone, but below your eye. The next one is right under your nose on their upper lip right here. So I usually use 1 finger for this because it's a small space. And the next one is here under your chin. And the next one is actually right here. You find your collarbone and go right beneath it in this little divot right here, and tap right there. You can go together or back and forth, whatever feels good to you, as long as you're stimulating the point. And the next one is here, like right where your bra strap would be, right under your arm. And the last one is just bumping our wrists together right here. And then you would move from here back to the top of your head. Usually this karate chop point, I just use it in the beginning to start off. But like I said before, you can actually just use that one if you want. And so how this works is I would say something. If you're following a guide, the guide says words as they tap, and you repeat after them. So for example, it'd be like, even though I'm feeling really anxious right now, I know that this won't last forever. Even though I'm super nervous, really anxious, this is so uncomfortable, I know that this will pass. Everything is temporary. I've felt this way before, and I'll probably feel this way again. But I know that this will pass. I can feel it passing already. And I'm grateful for the tools that I have to let it pass. Even though I'm feeling pretty anxious, I fully and completely love, accept, and forgive myself. I know that this anxiety is temporary. I know that I have the power to change it. I'm changing it right now. I'm feeling much more calm. I'm so grateful for tapping to help me with this. Tapping is an amazing tool, and I feel better already. So that's a little example. That was just off the cusp of, maybe how you'd tap for anxiety on the spot if you were feeling pretty anxious. One other thing that I'd like to tell you to remember to do when you're going to tap is to stay hydrated. So usually before we tap, we want to have some water nearby and chug a little bit. Why? Because our bodies are mostly made of water, right? And when we do tapping, we're actually processing a lot of these emotions and beliefs and feelings physically. So the more hydrated we are, the better we can do that. So I usually suggest that we hydrate before and after tapping. Now, once you do a session, it might actually, it might actually have you feeling a certain way. You might feel a little bit drained, or you might be yawning a lot during the session, or like burping or crying like while you're actually tapping. And all that just means you're moving energy. So it's normal. And if you're doing like a really big tapping session on a subject or something that's like deep rooted in you and you're really doing some healing work there, you're gonna want to go easy on yourself. Take it easy, take a rest, take a bath, go to bed early. Treat yourself with love and kindness and compassion and patience. And I hope that you will enjoy these tools. Definitely tune into the videos that I'm going to create for you on all different subjects of tapping. So thank you for joining me, and I hope this helps. Let me know what you think, and I'm happy to have a conversation about this anytime. Have a great day.